What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. And this video is going to be a fun one. It's going to be all Wet n Wild products. So I'm going to go through a makeup tutorial and telling you about each product I put on my face, and I'm going to give you a review on it because I've been using it for a couple times now, so I have a good opinion on each product. If I come across a product that is not Wet n Wild, I will let you know. Alright, so this is the setting spray. This is the Photo Focus Natural Finish. And I use setting sprays a little differently. I used it at the beginning. So it puts a barrier that works best for my skin. And I really like that setting spray. It's really good. The next one is going to be the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. And this is the new one that's out. It's silicone free. I really like it. It says it blurs pores. It does okay on that, but it really holds your makeup on well. So get that on. All right. So let that sink in for a minute while I get my beauty blender out. This is from Wet n Wild too. It's really cute. It's a little purple sponge. He's got a star on his teeth, a chain, a gold chain, and a $sign charm. I've never used this product before because I was watching a video of somebody reviewing drugstore products, and I was going to use a Real Technique beauty blender, and then I saw that Wet n Wild had one, so I was like, well, gotta get it, gotta give it a try. Alright, before I put my foundation on, I'm going to do my step I do before every time I put foundation on my face. Put my mineral sunscreen on. That's my little secret, making it last all day and looking perfect. And of course, that mineral sunscreen is not by Wet n Wild. I didn't see one. And that was the Kula. I don't know if you saw it as I was using it. Alright, now we're going into foundation. This is a new foundation by Wet n Wild. I believe this is the newest one. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. It has hyaluronic acid, which is a plus for me. Squalene, that's a plus. And I got light medium. One thing I do with my foundations, I go a little darker because I think that it looks better on my skin when it fades. A lot of foundations seem to look chalky on me as it fades, and it doesn't look as flattering. This is one you can put on like with your hands and then blend it out with a beauty blender, and I like how that looks. If you like to use a brush and not your fingers, completely fine. Alright, grab the blender. It's got sparkles on. Hopefully that doesn't transfer to your face. Doesn't seem to. Not sure I'm liking the sponge. It's a lot firmer than I'm used to and I like. I love the L'Oreal one, the Real Techniques, and the glitter is coming off, so I'm getting little specks every once in a while. So that's a definite no. After you wash it a few times, it'll probably go away. I just don't like how firm it is. I don't wet my beauty blender. I know some people like doing that. That may help this if you do that. Alright. So the next thing is going to be the concealer. And this is the Mega Last Incognito. And I have Fair Beige. And this concealer is okay. I'm using it where I normally do. but it is a more drying concealer. So if I had the choice, I would use a different concealer for around my eyes. All right. Find the right brush. All right. So I have a Wet n Wild brush right over here to blend it out. But I really like the foundation from Wet n Wild. This Tinted Hydrator is gorgeous. It lasts really well on me. Get that all blended out. Now the Wet n Wild brushes, I've used a few of them. I'm not a big fan of them. If you're gonna go for their brushes, I think the best ones out of all of them are the eyeshadow and eye pencils or brushes. If you're looking for good drugstore brushes, I would recommend Eco Tools and Real Technique brushes. They're really good. All right, now we're going to use the Wet n Wild. Try to stop saying the brand, so we all know what brand it is. This is the contour. It's double-ended. I only use the contour side. Now with this contour, I'm not a big fan of it. I have a high standard when it comes to contour, and this seems to blend away. And you barely see anything once you blend it out. So it's like you didn't even add anything. So you went through all this work for nothing. You can barely see it. So I would never get this contour again. I've been kind of spoiled using the Makeup by Mario one. That one is excellent. If you have to use one from the drugstore, the NYX one is good. Again, I only use 50% of that product, so I don't use the highlighter side. So blend that out. And as you see, you can barely see it. So that would be a pass for me on that. All right. Now I'm going to put my eye primer on. This is not Wet n Wild. This is the Viseart. I didn't see an eye primer by them, so I just went with what I have. All right, so next we're going to do brows. Not a big fan of this. Just doesn't look right in my eyebrows when I do it. It just has a weird undertone. Not a big fan of it. There's a lot of good choices at the drugstore for eyebrow liner or eyebrow fill or whatever you want to call it. So you just have to find the eye pencil that fits your color. Yeah, this has like a greenish tone to it. So what I'm going to do, now that I think of it, I'm going to make a pile because I'm seeming to have a lot of no's, and I want to make sure at the end of the video what I would buy. Again, so that goes into no, no, no. I think that's so far that I did. Oh, I forgot to talk about a product. So I'm going to go ahead and mention it right now as this is drying. Perfect time, because you want to let your cream products dry before you put powder on. So this is how I prep my lips. This is the Wet n Wild, and this is the Perfect Pout Lip Scrub in Watermelon. This is fantastic. I like it a lot. It has really good grit to it. It's really thick. It's really nice. I would definitely get this again. All right. Yep, I did get it. My favorite beauty tool, my Q-tips. I'm going to just clean up the brow a little bit. Yeah, guys, this undertone is just weird in the eyebrows. So if you want a greenish tinge to your eyebrows, now you found something. All right, so I'm going to get the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. This I would describe to the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This will suck up oil. So if you want a dupe for that, I would highly recommend this. Like I said, I will wear this at work and my makeup looks fantastic at the end of the day. This just sucks up oil. Where's that under the eye? Now you do have to be careful because this is very drying, because this will soak up, so you don't want to add too much. So most of this I'm brushing off the excess. This is so when I do my eyeshadow, if it falls, I can just brush it away. So that's all set. All right, now where it shines for me is Wet n Wild eyeshadows. This is what got me to want to do this. Here's a new palette. It is gorgeous. I've used a few of the shades, about 3 or 4. You do have to build these up. It's not instant pigment, but with something this dark, that's probably a good idea. This is the Wet n Wild Wild Hearts. Open it up so you can see it. I can't imagine if you have fake nails with this. I have stubby little nails and it ain't easy. All right, here we go. And then the other ones I got 2 little mini ones. This one over here is Go Commando, and then this is Walking on Eggshells. I had this one before, I used it, I love it. But it was really beat up, so I wanted you to look at a fresh one. So I got some fresh ones, and why not get some new product in my life. This one, you have to build the color up. And with intense pigment like this, I don't mind that you have to build it up so you can go back and you can make it as intense as you want. These act like high-end eyeshadows. I love these, and if you're looking for a substitute, I grabbed them over here so you can look at them. These are excellent too if you want some other little bite-size eyeshadows, and these are the e.l.f. ones. These are a good substitute to get while you're there as well. So I'm going to start. All right, let's grab a brush. And this is just a Luxie brush. I'm trying not to use my Scott Barnes because that's not very budget friendly. And I'm going to use these two here. Let me make sure I'm pointing to the right area. To be honest with you, I wish I was using my Scott Barnes because they just make, no matter what you use, look golden. Really blending the way I want. So this one is, I got this in a BoxyCharm. Can't read the name. Yeah, this one's working better. The other one was a bit stiff. So these two that I'm doing, they are really pigmented. So it must have been, because the ones I tried before that I had to really build up were these two over here. So these you had to build up. But these are acting really nice. So I just guess you have to go shade by shade on this. Next I'm going to go at the outer crease, and I'm just going to use this one. So I'm not going to blend it so it's nice and dark. Now with my eyes, I like to do it a little blown out. I don't like a precise line. So if you like a precise line, I would recommend the little eyeshadow stickers. You just have to stick them before you put them on your skin because it will rip your skin, and that's not really good for your skin if you're ripping it off. So before you put it on your eye, just put it on your hand a few times and it will lessen the stick of it. If you would like an eye look that's more precise lines, then just let me know. I'll be more than glad to do it for you. Right, so look at that. That looks pretty for right now. So I'm going to grab another product that's not by Wet n Wild. This is Nyx the Glitter Primer. Add that. So I've tried a lot of glitter primers. This is the best I've found. So I've tried higher end one, wasn't really happy with it. This is one NYX product I will never stop buying. Alrighty then, let's go. Let me use something out of the smaller palette. Just gotta get this off. Make these stickers so hard to get out. I guess it's good that you know that you're getting a product that hasn't been tampered with. Alright, got that. Now I'm going to add this with my finger on. This is the Walking on Eggshells. I like to tap it on my eyes to get the most pigment, and then I blend it out with a brush. Alright, let me get a brush. I'm gonna make sure to clean it to get the dark out, because that would be a train wreck. These freaking colors are so pretty. I've had so many people stop me and think that I'm wearing one of my expensive palettes. And then when I tell them what it is, they are completely shocked. Right. It's not as bright as I like, so now that it's blended, I'm just going to add a little more. Well, bam! What do you think? Freaking gorgeous. So that's definitely a yes. I think that you understood with how much I was raving about it. Alright, now we're going to go for bronzers. So I'm going to take a break on the eyes. Now with the bronzers, I had to use two because one was too light, one was too dark. So I have two of the Color Icon brushes. Bronzers, sorry, I can't speak. The first one is Ticket to Brazil, and the other one is What Shady Beaches. So I'm going to go ahead and do a mixture of this. The bronzers are okay. Nothing really special on them. So I'm going to go and have it back to back so I can just run it over and get a mixture. Yeah, they're okay. I'm just not a fan of the undertone on my pale skin. It doesn't flatter me. So I would not repurchase these. I remember Wet n Wild bronzers being better. I had the big one that was the Color Icon, that half of it was highlight, half of it was bronzer. And I remember liking that. But I just wanted to get a new product to review. Alright, so that's going in the no. Alright, so the next one are going to be blushes. I think the blushes are worth it. I tried this one, the Mellow Wine. This is the Color Icon. And these two Color Icon. I have used these for years now. They are absolutely gorgeous. I have about 10 shades of them. This one is Mellow Wine, and this one is Apricot in the middle. So which one do I want to use? I'm going to use Mellow Wine. Let me go and use one of these Wet n Wild brushes so you can see me using it. Maybe one of these will work better. Just not a fan of the Wet n Wild face brushes. But 1000% would I get their blushes again. They are gorgeous. It's not really the way I'm liking it. Grab the Japanese. That's another drugstore one that I absolutely love. They're a bit more on the higher end side of the drugstore, but they're still drugstore. And these really last well too. That looks really pretty. So, blushes, yes. All right, so I like to take the translucent powder before I go in on my highlight. We can't diminish this. And then when the big powder brush, I don't think I said what kind it was. It's the Real Techniques. All over. So this setting powder is a definite yes. If I had to choose any setting powder to get at the drugstore, that would be definitely it. And on a note, what I usually do is, you see that I didn't do it on this step if you watch my other tutorial, makeup tutorial, is that after I'm done with all the cream products, I blend it out with the beauty sponge. I did not want to use this again because it's getting glitter on. It's hard on the face. It's not enjoyable. So I decided just to do with the brushes. I did not want that on my face again. I don't want a glittery face. I want the glitter where I put it. On my eyes. All right, that goes in the no pile. That was the concealer. All right, now we're doing highlighters. This is the highlighter that I got that was new. It's Halo Effect, and it says Fantastic Makers. I don't like this one. First of all, it was fine, and then I took it from the grocery store to home, about a 6-minute drive, and it was crumbling. Put it on, you can barely see it. It's not flattering. Now I do like Wet n Wild highlighters. This one is the Mega Glow, the highlighting powder, and this is Precious Petals. I have a few shades that are gorgeous. These are amazing. 100% yes. So this is another Luxie brush. You get them in boxes all the time, the subscription boxes, and they're really good. So I never had to go and shell out cash getting it for myself, but I just know the quality. So I don't know how expensive they are, but I think they're around drugstore price. So just add a little. And I'm gonna hit the excess off on a towel. Make sure it's all blended correctly. Now another thing I usually do is I use Tati's Blendiful. That's not drugstore price, I'm not going to use it, but the Precious Petals highlighter, definite yes. I would run and not walk to get one of those highlighters. Okay, all right. So next is going to be eyeliner. This is the Breakup eyeliner. It's waterproof, and this is the blackest one they had. This one stayed put really well for a drugstore eyeliner. I liked it a lot. I would rebuy it. I don't know as it gets older how it will hold up, but I've had it about 2-3 weeks and so far so good. It is matte, how I like it. So yes pile. So the yes pile is pretty big compared to the no. I thought I was being really down, but as when I go at the end, you'll see the yes pile is pretty big. All right, so let's go for mascara. I tried the Big Papa So this is the one that everybody raves about on Wet n Wild. Be careful on this. The first time I used it, I kept poking my eye, and I'm not the one to poke my eye on mascara. I don't get why people were raving. This isn't okay mascara. I think there's better. L'Oreal makes really good drugstore mascaras. Sorry, trying to talk and do my eyelashes. All right, so as you see what that looks like. I also tried, I'm not going to try it here, but I tried the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. This is really nice. Sorry I can't speak today. I had some dental work done, so trying to talk is annoying. So this one I liked. It's a separating thing, so it makes it very long. And this is voluminous, this is the length, so if you want to do the first coat this and then this, that's up to you. I think that looks okay. So it's depending on what lashes that you have. Mascaras, some people will love one mascara, another person will try it, so you just have to find the mascara that works for your eyes. But I would buy this again. This I would consider buying again. Because I have long eyelashes, they're just extremely blonde, so they look non-existent. So with that, that was plenty for me. And I always do a second coat of the Thrive mascara. And I'm not going to cheat, I'm not going to use it again. So what I'm going to do is I have something that I'm going to add off camera. So I'm going to come back. Now, this is something new I thought I would try. Because they don't have fake eyelashes in the Wet n Wild. So I got the new Kiss Eyelashes. So I'm going to go ahead off camera and add these on, come right back. And then I'm also going to add something from Wet n Wild that I think is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to add some face jewels that are new so you can kind of see what they look like. So with that, I'm going to be right back. I'm back, but geez, these are freaking dramatic as crap. These are not my eyelashes, so are you ready? Well, bam! Look at this. Take it all in. I cannot believe how dramatic these are. So these are brand new by Kiss. I will not rebuy them. And these are icy. And I'm trying to look. It says experience the drip. And it's Lash Drip Spiky X Boosted Volume. And boy is this volume. If you like dramatic lash and you haven't found it at the drugstore, I found it for you. This is not for me, but all right, we're gonna roll with it. So the sides over here are the jewels that I got from Kiss. I think they're really pretty. I wouldn't wear them to work, but going to a club or a concert or something special that you feel like this is appropriate, it's really cute. I had to put eyelash glue and I just stuck it on there. And I have so much more, as you see. And all it says is Fantastic Makers Gem Face Mask. So you just take it off and then add the jewels. I think it's kind of cute, but for that certain occasion, I think young kids will get this more use out of this than me. So with this, I'm gonna go ahead and smoke out my eyes, because with these dramatic eyelashes, you gotta do something. All right, so I'm gonna pick a fun color. Since these are purple, the little jewels, I'm gonna go for the purple shade right over here, the darker purple. So you definitely don't look natural with these lashes. That purple is really pretty. So I'll let you look at that. That purple is really gorgeous. I have to definitely do another eye look with that purple. Clean up the underneath it. Alright, so that looks good. I'm going to grab my highlighter. You know what? No, I'm going to use one of the brighter shades in here. Why not go with the palette instead of the highlighter? So usually these are a bit dramatic, but of course that's not the case for frickin' tonight. I'm gonna crack up when I go downstairs and then my husband sees this. All right, so brush off the excess. I'm gonna go ahead, I like to put a matte white shade underneath my brow bone. I think that just looks pretty. I don't like to add sparkle there. All right, so this is a definite yes. This is a gorgeous palette. That purple alone. I know you can't see anything with these eyelashes, but all right, so next we are gonna go to lips. These I like a lot. It's gonna be the Cloud Paint, and I got two. Let me see this shade. Marshmallow Madness, and then Cloud Chaser. Now with how dramatic this eye look is, I'm gonna go with Cloud Chaser because I need something toned down. I like these a lot. I would definitely repurchase these in different colors. They're extremely soft on the lips. They're just really nice. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down since we're at the end of the makeup look. Didn't know what you were clicking on this video, did you? All right, so here we go. And now with that being over, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start with the nose first. What I would not get, again, pass on, you have better options. First off, the bronzers. Big no for me. This highlighter, the Fantastic Makers, no. Their version of the Beauty Blender, no. Gets glitter on your face way too hard. I would say no on the concealer. There's better concealers for you to get at the drugstore. The dual-ended contour stick, can't even see it, so that's a no. If you want green eyebrows, this is the product for you. I will not repurchase it. And then I won't be repurchasing the Big Papa. Okay, so those are all my no's. All right, I have to take this in small batches because I have a lot of yeses, which is a good thing. The Wet n Wild Setting Powder, Photo Focus, yep. All the blushes I've tried, I love. This Wet n Wild highlighter, the Mega Glow and Precious Petals, abso-freaking-lutely. Lay down, Sugar Bear. The lip scrub, absolutely. The Cloud Paints, yep. Foundation, that's a yep. The Impossible Primer, yep. The setting spray, definitely. All right, we're nearing the end of the yeses. All right, the Mega Lash I liked it. I would get it because with being a first coat and me going with the Thrive mascara, the coating one as my second, I think that would look really pretty. And then the eyeshadows I've tried. 100% yes. I would run and get these again. That's my favorite purchase that I got from Wet n Wild is the eyeshadows. That's what inspired me to do this video. So no on the eyelashes. That's of course. If you have some fun occasion that you're going to, maybe Halloween, concert, I would say yes on the facials. They're very cute. But the eyelashes, no big deal because it's not even by Wet n Wild. But they didn't have a brand, so I wanted to get something brand new that was out. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Since it's at the end, I'm going to grab Sugar Bear and say goodbye to you. Come here, Sugar Bear. I look forward to seeing you in your next video. I hope you had fun with me today. So we're all going to say goodbye, Sugar Bear, all right? Say goodbye to your friends. Bye.